Hello everyone, and welcome to Krayt Raid. We are going to be using our Mandalorian team today at the maximum difficulty, the modifier 6, and we're going to go for 2.7 million points with this team. We're going to be using Maul, Bam, Candy, Armor, and Bo-Katan. We're going to notice right off the bat that it's important to have your mods set for speed for Armor to go first. That's going to be able to kick this whole team into high gear, get Mando activated, get these things going before Krayt has a chance to blink. So when we do this first ability, the special Mass Assist Armor Shred, that's a perfect setup, isn't it? Well, now we have our Maul going from that Frenzy. We're going to use our basic. We need to preserve the explosive stack, so we're only going to use the AoEs when it's really necessary or beneficial, and that one was not important. Now we're going to use our Candy AoE because we do need to activate Frenzy again for Maul so he can go do his whole Unleash before the Krayt Dragon. We just basicked on Bam because he's really not important at this stage until we get to his next turn when he's going to need to go into stance to get eaten. So as we were talking about, just going to unload on the Krayt Dragon here. I expect to get somewhere between 700,000 and 800,000 damage before the Krayt Dragon even makes a move. That's actually points and not damage, I should clarify. Okay, and we've gotten Bam a bunch of stacks and a bunch of turn meter from that, and that's actually important because he's going to want that turn meter so he can go again and do the stance so he gets eaten and then comes out with a bunch of birds or even more damage. So before he does his swallow here, I'll be able to use this, and then my Bo-Katan will want to go too. Great. So Bam, again, always eaten. The RNG in this fight is very low because of that, at least up till this stage. And now we're going to want to get people out of danger here. I have enough time. I don't need to rush into doing the ballista, but that will be my next move. I just wanted to get Bo-Katan healed up because she is my weakest. And you'll notice that my team is a little bit weaker than yours if you have the Bo-Katan Zeta, because I am running around without full protection because I do not have that Zeta. Alright, so now we're at a ballista range here. We'll be able to take the rest of the way out, get our Bam back, and he's going to go. There's our 20 stacks. He's going to take one stack away from each explosive, and then he's going to hit the Krayt Dragon, get us over 1 million points with this. Perfect. And we're going to want to keep those explosives, so we're just going to basic, and he's going to burrow his next move. This is a kind of a shame. We're going to get a good vulnerable here, but it's going to expire immediately after his first turn. So here we've got 3 explosives that are going to all explode at the same time, no matter which one we hit or we do an AoE, and that's going to push this turn meter back a fair bit. That's going to be nice to do, but I don't want to do it yet because I would like to get my Maul some more stacks here. So I'm going to do that right now with this attacking the explosive barrel, and that's because you basically always crit on those, so you're going to get 2 stacks instead of the 1 attacking Krayt Dragon. And now Krayt Dragon has low amount of turn meter, and also is almost out of the burrow anyway. So we're just going to keep moving along here, and this is a continuous turn. So if we get the Krayt Dragon out of his protection, he's going to pop up, but his turn meter isn't going to move. It's going to stay where it is. So that's important if you're going to be able to get a vulnerable here to stick, for example. And if we would have been able to get enough done so we could get everybody else a turn here before he goes, we would have been able to unleash a lot more onto him with this vulnerable in place. But it looks like he's basically at his max bar, and Candy was as well, so we're going to expect that he's going to go again. No one's really that injured. I'm just going to go ahead and heal anyway because I don't want them to get that way. And Tenacity's up pretty nice on some of this stuff. Alright, so now we've got 5 stacks on Maul. We've got our Mando with no turn meter, also not in stance. So let's go ahead and unleash, and we're going to get Bam a bunch of turn meter here. And so he's going to go into stance next. We're going to get up to about 2 million damage, I expect, at this stage in the game with all these. And getting our stacks back a little bit here, 2.1 million. So this is going to be pretty dangerous when he does his next attack. Vulnerable is always nice. I'm going to go ahead and put Maul into this protection here. Alright, so Candy died and armor got eaten. That's not the worst of things. We should really have this in the bag now. The Beskar armor 20 stacks is going to do a ton of damage. And then we have some stacks to play around with here from Maul. So let's just go ahead and do that as well. We don't need to worry about saving anybody. They're going to get out, hopefully, after the dragon's dead altogether. So we're expecting this to really get us over the mark. Here it is. That's all you need to do. This team is pretty consistent, especially if you want to just get over 2 million points with this R8. It's really easy to do that basically every time. Getting to the max points has a little bit of RNG at the end. If Maul were to be eaten, that would be a kind of tough spot. If Bam were to be eaten again, I think that would be fine, actually. So there are some things that can screw you up a little bit later. But hope you learned something. Hope it was helpful. Happy hunting, and good luck.